Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for coming for yet another day of Goloka chart explanation. We have discussed Goloka, its divisions of Dwaraka, Mathura and Vrindavan. Then we also described the Jagannath Puri, Navadvip, Shvetadvip, Chaturvyuha, the gems, tridents, like that. So basically that is the concept of Goloka. And Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead, he expands into first expansion, Lord Balaram. From Lord Balaram comes Chaturvyuha, Adi Chaturvyuha, first expansion of Vasudeva, Sankarshan, Pradyumna and Aniruddha. Now, here around this first Chaturvyuha, each of them expands into 3, 3, 3, 3 and goes on expanding, so we get this 24 expansions which are described in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, chapter 20. So we cannot depict everything in the chart. Chart is, already devotees are complaining, the chart is too big, it's difficult to carry. But there's so many things there. Spiritual world is full of devotees, full of jivas. So here around each of them, there are expansions, another 24 forms of a Vishnu. In Laghu Bhagavatamrita, Rupa Goswami explains that these 4 forms, Sankarshan, Vasudeva, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, they expand into Lord Ram, Lakshman, Bharat and Shatrughna. And that also, as Lord expands, his abode expands. So then the Ayodhya is manifested. In Brihad Bhagavatamrita, Sanatana Goswami explains, I just read the shloka directly. Far from Vaikuntha lies Ayodhya, the splendid city of Raghupati, the divine master of Raghu dynasty. And beyond that shines the city of Dwaraka, dear to divine master of Yadus. So Sanatana Goswami really helps us to locate Ayodhya. He says, between Vaikuntha and Goloka, below Dwaraka and above Vaikuntha, it's Ayodhya. So that Ayodhya, it's a abode when Lord still shows some aspect of his intimacy in relationship. Remember in Vrindavan, nobody really bothers that Krishna is supreme or not. Everybody is just consider Krishna my friend, my lover, my son, from our own village. He's from our own village. This is how Brajvasis think about Krishna. They always, by the help of Yoga Maya, they always maintain their relationship of intimacy with Krishna. Hare Krishna. So, Hare Krishna. So, for example, when Krishna lifted up Govardhan hill, it was amazing. A small boy lifted up Govardhan hill. So Mother Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj thought, oh, Garga Muni once spoke something about special powers of Krishna. Anyway, out of fatherly affection, Nanda Maharaj said, anyway, let me get my stick and I will also support. So Nanda Maharaj supported, and all senior Gopas, the brothers, sticks, and everybody supported. And Mother Yashoda is convinced. It's not that Krishna lift up Govardhan. It's Nanda Maharaj, Nanda Baba and all other senior. This is how she explains to herself. Otherwise she has to deal with this difficult thing of Aishwarya Jnana, of opulences of her son. You know, so when Krishna kills the demons, all the Gopas say, then Bakasura came and Krishna cut him like this. Lord Vishnu saved him. This is why we are praying to Lord Vishnu all the time, that he protects my boy, that's all. By Vishnu's power he is saved. She doesn't think that Krishna killed anybody. Because then this intimacy is allowed, that spontaneous love without knowledge of Aishwarya. Now as we go to different abodes, Mathura, Dwaraka, this Aishwarya is coming in, knowledge of powers of the Lord, of His supremacy, of His supreme creator, controller, His Bhagavan. So here in Ayodhya, that Aishwarya is even more prominent than in Dwaraka. In Dwaraka they know Krishna is God, but still that feeling of He is part of our family, He is part of our clan, He is our own. We can sit with Him, we can discuss with Him, He is our king, our prince, our relative. But in Ayodhya, Aishwarya aspect is more manifested. That Lord is our king. That is the mood. The one is not really so familiar with the Lord, like in Dwaraka, but still the intimacy is much more than what you find in Vaikuntha, which you will hear in a few minutes, mood of Vaikuntha. So this is something very unique, that Lord has two-hand form. And another place, Rupa Goswami explains that in Ramayana itself, it's mentioned that Lord Narayan, half potency of Lord Narayan expands into Lord Ram. 1/4 potency expands into Lakshman, and 1/8 expands into Shatrughna and Bharat. So two explanations I get from which these expansions are coming. One is directly from Lord Narayan, and one is from Adi Chaturvyuha. So when Lord Ram is in Ayodhya, is a two-hand form. All four of them are Vishnu Tattvas. Ram, Lakshman, Bharat and Shatrughna. But three of them are just servants of Ram. That's the mood. And the Hanuman is a Ramaduta Hanuman, is a best of servants of Lord Ram, and he manifests this mood very much of Dasya Rasa. So here you have Dasya Rasa more prominent than in Dwaraka. In Dwaraka you will find, let's see, I can put in one, yeah. In Dwaraka you will find Dasya Rasa is there, but Sakhya Rasa is also there. Mixture. Friendship is also there. Then parents of Krishna Vasudeva, they have mixture of Vatsalya and Dasya. No. But Hanuman, he doesn't make friendship with Ram. He is servant of Ram. There's no way that Hanuman sits together with Ram and they take lunch together, like Uddhav or others, maybe senior members, maybe not Uddhav, but senior members in Dwaraka may do that. Eat together with Krishna, have a lunch. But Hanuman doesn't do that. Dasya is more prominent. One place, Lord Ram says to Hanuman, I'm so much in debt to you, Hanuman. After the fight in Lanka was over, he said that so much service you did. I'm so pleased. I want to give you some boon. I want to bless you. So Hanuman said, my dear Lord, I do not expect any boon from you. But if you want to give me boon, that's up to you. But whatever boon, if you want to give me whatever you want, if you want to give me moksha, or you want to give me this or that, whatever you say, it's fine for me. But please, don't give me any boon that will disturb my service to you. So basically, he say, whatever you give, but don't give me impersonal moksha. That is not desirable. So their mood is different. That Aishwarya is there, but still there is some intimacy with Ram. He is our king. We are his kinsmen. You know, when Ram, you see, everyone is attracted to Ram. He is a abode of all good qualities. He is just a perfect personality. A very straightforward dealing. He is a dharmic person. He is completely of spotless character. For example, amazing thing. If you read Ramayana, I mean, this is amazing description. That you know the story, how it went. So finally, the Dasharatha want to coronate the Ram, and Kaikeyi, she said, "No, I want my son Bharat to be in throne." So she used the power of a boon given to her by Dasharatha. Once she saved his life in one battlefield. She did some service, and Dasharatha, her husband, told her, "Whatever you ask, I will do. Any boon you want." So she said, "Not now, I will ask you later." Now, due to this, that circumstances, whatever, she asked that banished Ram 14 years in the forest and put Bharat in charge. So Dasharatha is so affectionate to Ram, and vice versa. He can't do that. He's devastated. He collapses. And Kaikeyi is merciless. She really displays such a heavy coldness and envy in one way towards Ram. So the Dasharatha collapsed. He's completely devastated. And she is insisting, persistent. "No, you call Ram and tell him. Call Ram and tell him." So she sends for somebody to bring Ram into the palace of Dasharatha. So Dasharatha can't look up. He cannot look at the face of the Ram. You know, it was announced that tomorrow Ram is going to be coronated. Ram will be king of Ayodhya. All people are in bliss. All arrangements are done. And now Ram comes in the room and see his father completely crashed down. And Ram said, "What happened to the father?" And Kaikeyi said, "Tell him, Dasharatha, tell him." He cannot speak. He's devastated. He's going to leave body. He's completely broken-hearted. And she said, "Tell him." So Ram said, "Did I do something wrong? Am I cause of this disaster, what happened to our father? Mother, you tell me. He can't speak. What is going on here?" "All right, I tell you. When father is so weak, he can't tell you." So Ram said, "Yes, mother, please tell me." So she explains to him what happened and said, "I want Bharat to be in charge, and you should go 14 years in exile, and this is what your father said. He's going to fulfill his promise. But he looks so weak, I think he's not going to fulfill his promise." She's really cruel. She's really heavy. You know? So what is the reaction of Ram? How we would react? Where is the justice? How we would react? But look at Ram, the perfect character, the spotless character. What he said, "Mother, I'm shocked. Seems like you have no any faith in me. Why did you bother father for this trivial thing of kingdom? You could ask me directly. One respects mother 10 times more than the father. You could just tell me that you want Bharat to pay me. I will do it immediately. Why did you bother to tell to father? Oh, I'm so disappointed. You have no any faith in me." This is his reaction. This is Ram. So he goes, circumambulates father, offers pranam, he touched her feet and say, "Fine, please you call Bharat. we will do that. I'm leaving for the forest. Then blink with his eyes. And she's like, and he comes, Mother, please bless me. Because for him, Dharma is the principle. His father has to fulfill the promise. That's his duty. That's his Dharma. That's only what he has. He's Dharma personified. He's not going to deviate for his personal thing. He's completely devoted to Dharma. He's just going to follow that. Hare Krishna, Maharaj, welcome. Please chair, yeah. So now, it's very interesting. He comes out from the room of King Dasharath, and he goes to meet his mother, Kaushalya. And he goes through the streets of Ayodhya. And everybody sees him, say, Jai Shri Ram, tomorrow Ram will be the king. And they don't see any change on his face. They can't figure out what happened and what he's going to do. There is no change in his expression. It's not that he's fried coming out too much, I could be a king. No, it's completely same. Nobody could notice the difference. So he comes into mother's room, Kaushalya stands there, oh Ram, you are looking more effulgent today to me. You couldn't see the difference. His character was spotless, heart completely pure. So he tells to Ram, yes, I'm so happy. Bharat is going to be king. Kaikeyi requested Dasharath, and I'm going to the forest by her desire. And she just collapses. And Lakshman, this is not right. Takes the sword out. Wait here. I'm going to explain to them something. And I'm saying, this is our father's desire. This is our Dharma. Come on, Lakshman, cool down. So who will not be attracted with Ram? Who is a person who read Ramayana and didn't cry? Tell me one person in the world. It's amazing. This is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Ram. Act as a perfect king, as a perfect leader, as a perfect son, as a perfect husband, as a perfect father. Though the karmis can understand why he banished Sita and this and that. No? But devotees, they can understand. No? We already heard that Vipralamba, service in separation is higher than serving together. It's more love, is more intense, more increased. So Ram displays this very much in Ramayana. First, they have no children. Dasarath, and hundreds of queens he has, not 4 queens, hundreds of them, but no children. So there is separation. But we want the Lord to come, we want the Lord to come. Then Lord comes, then Sambhoga. They meet the Lord, and there is a bliss of growing of Ram. Then Vishwamitra comes, and Lord Ram say, all right, let's increase our love for each other. Separation. And Vishwamitra takes Ram and Lakshman and Dasharath get devastated. And his love intensifies thousands of times. Then Ram's come back. Now with Sita, bliss increases of Sambhoga millions of times. Now Ram is there and Sita is there. And there is jubilation. Now Ram is going to be coronated. And Ram say, all right, let's increase separation. Let's increase our love for each other. And he say, 14 years banished in the forest. And Dasara is too much for him. She just leaves the body. He leaves the body means he goes home to spiritual body. Say, Ram, this separation too much. I'll go to your planet and see your form there. I'll be there with you. No? And then they go in the forest and they're all together. And Ram say, oh, it's so nice in the forest. Let us increase love for each other, separation. And then Sita was taken away. And so intense feeling. But it's very interesting to notice. Ram collapses. When he comes back to the cottage and Sita is not there. And he crashes down. The transcendental emotions are so overwhelming. And he laments and laments and laments. And one moment Lakshman tells him, Ram, don't forget you are Supreme Lord. You should not lament. That you won't find in Vrindavan, Leela like that. So that Aishwarya still is present there. It's amazing. It's right there in the shloka that Ram, you are Supreme Lord. Please, you control it. Yeah. And then again, Sita was rescued, again Sambhoga, again bliss of love in each other's presence. And they go back to Ayodhya and everyone is brought back to life. And then Ram say, all right, now you are pregnant, let us increase love for each other. And Sita goes back again, banished. And karmists can't understand. It's transcendental pleasure. Today, Prahlad Maharaj said in the lecture, no? Separation is transcendental pleasure. Bliss is increasing. But only devotees can understand. Karmists cannot understand. They can have no idea why poor Sita has to be punished with 2 children. Mundane. Seeing through materialistic eyes Krishna Lila doesn't work. Seeing Krishna means by ears, through hearing only. There is no other way to see Lord. Shabda Brahma. By hearing Guru Parampara, then only we can see the Lord. Otherwise it doesn't work. So this is Ayodhya, this is Ram, this is the mood. Everyone is in Dasya Rasa, there is intimacy in certain way. Now when God wants to show full opulence, he's not acting as a king, he's not acting as a lover, he's not acting as a... When he said, all right, here I am, Supreme Bhagavan, Shankha Chakra Gada Padma, Vaikuntapati. Then he manifests his form of Vishnu, Narayana, in Vaikuntha. This is where he displays. I'm creator, I'm controller, I'm supreme, I'm source of everything. Everybody depends on me. I'm Bhagavan. That's all. Just to be sure, show the 4 hands. Don't mistake me. I'm ordinary human. No? Ava jananti ma mudha manushim tanumashit. Krishna comes in 2 forms. People mistake him. Or maybe ordinary person. But Vishnu show 4 hands. Watch out. No mistakes here. I'm Supreme Lord. You know? Shankha Chakra Gada Padma. And I expand unlimited forms. So when Krishna shows his opulence and shows I'm supreme, he takes form of Narayan. It's the same person. It's the same person showing now his opulences. So once Vijay Prabhu, our book distribution minister, told me that himself, Vaisheshika Prabhu and other devotees were discussing who knows God really. It's very interesting. So in material world, people are in Maya, Mahamaya. They do not know who is supreme. Somebody think I'm supreme, somebody say Sai Baba is supreme, somebody said all are supreme, somebody said that there is no supreme, somebody said Shiva, Durga, 33 crores are there. So people are in Maya and material world. They do not know who is God. In Vrindavan, the most intimate associate of the Lord, they do not know Krishna is God. They think Krishna is our friend, our lover, our intimate one, our dear one. They do not know who is God. So only residents of Vaikuntha, they know who is God. Vishnu is supreme. But after we discuss a little further, we realize, hey, in Vaikuntha they do not know who is supreme. Because in Vaikuntha they think 4-hand form of Vishnu is superior to Krishna's form. But it's not. That's Yoga Maya covering potency, spiritual potency of illusion, keeps Vaikuntha Vasis thinking that Narayan form is source of Krishna's form and that Krishna's form is inferior. And this is amazingly described in Brihad Bhagavatamrita by Sanatana Goswami. The covered boy, Krishna's Gopa from Vrindavan, he comes to Vaikuntha. So he is in Sakhya Rasa. He wants to see his friend, Krishna. But in Vaikuntha, you don't do that. You don't come so intimately to Lord. It is considered offense. So we will describe these layers of Vaikuntha, but just to tell you that majesty of Vaikuntha, Gopkumar comes to, all Vaikuntha is a beautiful display of opulences of the Lord. Everything is built in such a majesty. They're not that walls are embroidered by diamonds, but they're diamond pillars, coral pillars there. Steps made of emeralds. Like that opulence, inconceivable opulence. And the Lord's palace of all associates of the Lord Palace is the most beautiful one. Anyway, let me read first about Vaikuntha, then when we come in the middle of Vaikuntha, then I will continue the story of Gop Kumar. Okay, please remind me. Huh? Shall I do that? Will remember? Okay, because it makes sense. Here I am reading from Laghu Bhagavatamrita by Rupa Goswami. He quotes Padma Purana. Uttarakhand of Padma Purana describes Vaikuntha fully. So here, above Viraja river, which you can see here, this is a Viraja river border between spiritual and material world. This white light is Brahmajyoti, white bluish light. Yeah, and this Vaikuntha is there. So the description goes like this. Please hear attentively, it's very interesting. In the spiritual sky is the eternal, imperishable, unlimited spiritual world, which is 3/4 of all existence, which is made of pure goodness, Vishuddha Sattva, which never decays, which is abode of Brahman, which is splendid at countless millions of suns and fires, which never withers, which contains all knowledge, which is splendid, which is not touched by any of the periods of cosmic devastation, which is immeasurable, which is free from old age, which is eternal spiritual reality, which is free from material states, beginning with wakefulness, sleeping, and deep sleep, which is golden splendor, which is abode of liberation, which brings spiritual bliss, which has no equal or superior, which has no beginning or end, which is auspicious, which is wonderfully glorious, which is charming, which is eternal, and which is an ocean of bliss. These are the qualities of Lord Vishnu's supreme abode, Vaikuntha. That abode of Lord Hari is not illuminated by sun or moon, nor by electricity. One who reaches it never returns to this material world. Even in hundreds and millions of Brahmas day, one cannot completely describe this eternal and faultless abode of Lord Vishnu. The next shloka says, very fortunate great souls who serve Lord's feet, who are filled with nectar of loving service to feet of Shri's husband, attain Lord Vishnu's supreme abode, which gives the bliss of spiritual love. So we understand that one who serves in the Dasya Rasa and one can achieve this 4 types of liberation. There are 5 types of liberation. One is merging. Another 4 types of liberation devotees achieve. Salokya achieve same planet. Samipya means same. No, that is same opulences of the Lord. Then Sarupya means the same bodily features, and one can become in direct association of the Lord. He can, when you go to the planet of the Lord Vishnu, you also become his associate. So these devotees achieve those type of moksha. That is Lord Hari's abode Vaikuntha, which is filled with many cities, aeroplanes, jeweled palaces. In its midst is a splendid city, glorified because it is not covered by illusion. It is surrounded by many walls, colorful with gold and jewels, many jewel arches, and 4 great jewel doors. So now, here, that city of Vaikuntha has 4 gates, east, south, west, and north gate. Now Padma Purana describes, by gatekeepers headed by Chanda, Kumuda, and others, it is protected. Now here we have, on the eastern gate, Chanda Prachanda guard the eastern gate, Chanda and Prachanda. Bhadra Subhadra, southern gate. And who is on the west? Jai Vijay on western gate, and Data Vidata at the north gate. Okay. Now, it is described that this Vaikuntha has 7 layers. You can see these circles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then there is a wall in the middle of the lotus. So, this Vaikuntha has 7 layers. This will be described now. And then also, there are other protectors of directions, Lord's servants. Kumuda on east, Supratishta on northeast, Sumukha on north. So in all directions, there are other gatekeepers and protectors surrounding the city, guarding the city. So here, in the center is Lord's beautiful palace, enclosed by jewel walls, beautiful with great gates, surrounded by many vimanas and palaces, and decorated with splendid Apsara women everywhere. So these Apsara women, these are eternal associates of the Lord. These are not Apsaras of Swargaloka. Here, in the middle, is the palace of the Lord, which we didn't put in picture. It's difficult to put palace and then you have to show Lord sitting on the throne in the middle. And thousands and thousands and thousands of devotees are there around the Lord. Now you'll hear description. In the center of that place is beautiful and auspicious throne made of all the Vedas. The throne Lord Vishnu sits on is made of Vedas. 4 Vedas are 4 legs of the throne. And surrounded by eternal personified Vedas. Now again, apart from being in the throne, Vedas personally surround the Lord and serve Him. And the deities of religion, knowledge, opulence, and renunciation. Here you can see Vairagya, renunciation personally serves the Lord. Aishwarya, all the opulences, they are at the feet of the Lord. Dharma, personified religion serves the Lord, and Jnana, all the knowledge, defend the Lord. Everyone serves the Lord. And description really goes describing thousands of associates. Thousands of them surrounds the Lord. So we continue. In the center of the throne, now the throne itself is described. Deities of fire, sun and the moon, Kurma, Shesha, Garuda, master of the 3 Vedas. The Vedic hymns and all sacred mantras also stay in that holy place, which is made of all the Vedas and which is known in Smriti Shastras Yoga Pit. So this is the Yoga Pit. This is the place where Lord sits. Same thing we find description in Goloka. I told you that we're supposed to put picture of Radha Krishna sitting on the throne. That is described where? That Radha Krishna sit on the throne? In Brahma Samhita is described, but we are chanting daily pranam mantras of Sambandha, Abhideya, Prayojana deities. So Radha Govinda deity. Divyat Vrindaranya Kalpadrumada Srimat Ratnagara Simhasana Stav. Ratnagara Simhasana means a jeweled throne. Lord sits there. So I told you we couldn't find nice picture, and Prabhupada put standing Radha Krishna, so we also follow that. So same, Radha Krishna now sit on another throne. But now they show 4-hand form. It's interesting, we took this photo from BBT, but on the photo Radharani had 2 hands, Lakshmi had 2 hands only. And indeed, in many photos of those days, paintings of BBT, you will see Vaikuntha, you'll see Lord with 4 hands, and Vishnu has 4 hands, and you will see Lakshmi with 2 hands. You know, so we had to do a little Photoshop work and add 2 more hands to Lakshmi here, with begging her permission for that, because she has to have 4 hands. So 1 hand is here, 2 hands are here, and another one is embracing Lord Narayan. And there is description what she holds in the hands. Both of them, they are giving blessings with 2 hands. So kind, so merciful, shelter of all living entities. Vaikuntha Pati, Lord Narayan and Lakshmi. So I'll read further. Yeah. Anyway, let's continue. Okay, in the center is an 8-petal lotus flower. Okay, now again we see same thing, yantra. And 8 petals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can you see? It's a little bit blue petals are kind of not so clear like a pink ones. But you see the petals, no? Okay? As brilliant as the rising sun. And in the center of that flower is Gayatri mantra. Now you see, in Goloka we had Gopala Gayatri mantra. Klim Krishnaya, Govindaya, Gopijana Vallabhaya Swaha. Here we have Gayatri mantra. Om Bhur Bhuva Swatat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dimahi Diyo Yo Naf Prachodayat. So here you can see the Gayatri mantra. Now when you put Vaikuntha, you want to depict in yantra, you use Gayatri mantra and you will use same 8 petals, Shatkono star, predominated and predominating aspect of the Lord, and you will put this Brahma Gayatri mantra. By this mantra you worship and you go to Vaikuntha. You worship Lord Lakshmi Narayan and you achieve Vaikuntha. Okay, I'll continue. We are on page 50. Okay, the Supreme Lord eternally enjoys transcendental bliss in the company of his eternal companion, Mahalakshmi. Now there are hundreds and thousands of Lakshmis, but there is one Mahalakshmi. She is the principal one. From her all other expansion comes. Bhu and Leela, another 2 Lakshmi, stay at his side. So here we have Leela and Bhu Devi. And indeed, if you come to any Sri Vaishnava temple, the Sampradaya inaugurated by Lakshmi herself, Ramanujacharya received knowledge from Lakshmi Devi. You can see in that temple always Vishnu and 3 Lakshmis, Bhu Devi, Bhu, Shri and Neela. All we say Leela, they say Neela Devi. Prabhupada explained Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela, you will find explanation of Shri Devi, Bhu Devi, Neela Devi there. So these are the 3 potencies. What do? They serve Lord. Lakshmi is sitting with the Lord. Its throne is described covered with white sheets, white bed sheets, like an ivory color. It's not really red, but I guess artists then need some contrast there, because everything is shining and effulgence. It's difficult to paint it. So we have to understand this. And then one of the Lakshmi Bhu Devi, she will bring the pan for Lord to chew. The Lord will chew pan, and Leela Devi, she will bring silver spittoon. So Lord will bend down, spit, and they will all serving. And rishis will be sitting there chanting the mantras, and all kinds of people will be singing. Narada Muni will come and glorify Lord Narayan and dance, and they will have entertainment of beautiful apsaras dancing there. It's very majestic assembly house. It's the Lord's palace. So everybody serves Lord. It is said that although Lakshmi has thousands and thousands of servants, he herself brooms the palace of Lord of Vaikuntha. She does the service. Okay, we have to understand there is no dust in Vaikuntha either. So it's a question of service. So here, potencies headed by Vimala stays on petals in 8 directions. So here, 8 gopis, they expand into 8 queens of Narayan. Now the gopis also have 4 hands. Vimala, Utkarshini, Jnana, Kriya, Yoga, Pravri, Satya, Ishana. So these are now 8 gopis expansion. Radha Krishna expands into Lakshmi Narayan. 8 gopis become 8 queens of Narayan. Holding chamaras, splendid as nectar moons, they please their husband, the infallible Lord. Surrounded by devotees, headed by Ananta Shesha. Ananta Shesha is right there. Lord Balaram becomes Ananta Shesha in Vaikuntha. Garuda is always there. King of birds. General Vishwaksena. Vishwaksena is here. And other eternally liberated associates, and accompanied by Goddess Rama, the Supreme Person enjoyed with great opulence. Another name for Lakshmi, Chit Shakti, it's Rama Devi, which we'll see, we'll hear more about her when we come to Viraja and creation. Okay, now Padma Purana describes the first Avarana. Avarana means circle, yes. Oh, the Gop Kumar story, all right. Now what happened is that Gop Kumar, who is devotee of Krishna in Sakhya Rasa, is friend of Krishna. He comes to Vaikuntha. So he comes to the majestic palace of Lord, And Lord is sitting on his beautiful throne and smiling upon his associates, and everybody is very cultured, dressed, very beautifully dressed. The manners are top-class aristocratic manner. Nobody shouts, nobody uses bad language, nobody neglects anybody. There is etiquette, from which side to approach Lord, from which side to offer prayers, what are the suitable prayers. You don't speak to Lord directly. First you offer prayer, you show humble manners, you show you a servant. So now the Gopal, Gop Kumar, he comes to Vaikuntha, and after a long time he sees Krishna. So he says, Gopal, Krishna, is that you? He runs towards him. So Lord of Vaikuntha just looks like it. He's looking, smiling at his devotee. But the guard stops him. Hey, where do you want to go? Krishna, they stopped me. He started crying. Lord, Gopal, Govinda, is that you? And Lord looks at him and he's blocked by that. He just stopped there. And Lord says with deep voice like a thunder, calm down, my child. There's no friendship with Lord Vaikuntha in that sense. Yes, you're devotee, my devotee. Cool down, be peaceful, be happy here. Why all this disturbance? And he's like, and devotees like this, taking care of. You're looking like somebody who takes care of cows. Even you may, you don't come like this. Go dress nicely and approach from proper side and offer pranam and offer prayers. And then you ask humbly, Lord, Kinkaros, how can I serve you? Shouting here in Lord's palace. Parents didn't teach you how to behave. They didn't appreciate it. And Lord didn't reciprocate much either. He was cool. He was looking, smiling upon him. And Gopakumar said, wow, what do I do? And slowly they explained. Narada Muni explained. Somehow or other they explained to the Vaikuntha Vasus that he is attached to Krishna's form, Gopal. So he stayed for some time in Vaikuntha. Now this is very interesting. Lord will come out and people will follow him. There will be procession. You go to South India, please come to South India. Welcome. You will understand what means this Aishwarya mood. What is Dasara? What is Lord of Vaikuntha? You come to Sri Rangam temple, the biggest active temple in the world. Angkor Wat is maybe bigger temple, but now it's not active. Nobody does really puja there to Lord Vishnu. But Sri Rangam is the biggest active temple in the world. It's something, I don't know, 1.5 by 1.5 kilometers big. It has 7 avaranas, 7 layers, one inside of another. They know exactly how Vaikuntha looks like. They have no difficulties understanding that. And there you come, and it's huge Gopuram, the entrance gate. First gate is 253 feet tall. You come in front of the gate, you look like this. And you come inside, so much, and there are 7 gates from one side, from the south, from the east, from the west, from the north. And in the middle is Lord. Same like in Vaikuntha, the same design. You come inside and the mantra goes, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya. And that mood of awe and reverence immediately comes. And everything is big. The 1,000-pillar hall, granite pillars, 14 feet tall, more than 10,000 tons each pillar. 1,000-pillar hall, used 1 day in a year just for function of marriage of Lakshmi. And it's, not important for us. Such opulences, the carvings, everything. Vaikuntha. The Lakshmi wears chakra earrings made of 1,008 rubies, real ones, no plastic business there, And all the jewelry, diamonds, everything is real. Really valid. And that was donated by thousands of kings in the past. And then you see what is Aishwarya mood. When disciple speaks to Guru in Sri Vaishnava land, he covers his mouth like this. Dasya Rasa, very prominent. You're all servants of them. So all the all the Vaikuntha Vasas, they have that mood. So now this Gop Kumar, he's attracted to Krishna Vrindavan, he can't relate. So he will do some seva there and he will sing Krishna's glory. And then Krishna broke the pots with yogurt and then he went tending cows and they say, shh, don't speak this. This Lord did just to bewilder Kamsa. These are not liras to glorify Lord. Covered boy. Don't speak like this here. It's not appropriate. They didn't like this. Therefore we say, even in Vaikuntha there in Yoga Maya, they think Vishnu's form is superior to Krishna's form. But it's not. This is the mood there. This is what is happening there. So ultimately Gop Kumar couldn't stay. Narada Muni said, you go to Dwarka, you'll meet your Krishna there. And then from Dwarka he goes further and ultimately reaches Vrindavan where he finds his happiness. So, yeah, in South India you can see this very much. Even Madhvas, they worship Krishna in Udupi. Though the original form of Krishna, the deity is from Dwaraka, Rukmini worshipped the deity of boy Krishna, Kumara Krishna. Krishna holds the rope for tending cows and rod for churning the butter. This is what Udupi Krishna looks like with Madhvacharya worship. But they, again, Madhvacharya preached Dasya Rasa. So you will see, when they speak about Krishna, they speak Krishna or Vaikuntha, they speak. The deity of Krishna, they will keep Krishna with the flute, but there will be two more hands, Shankha and Chakra also. Just to understand who is supreme. Don't forget this one. So this is the mood of Ramanuja and Madhva, both of them, Vaikuntha worship. Okay, I will continue reading now these avaranas, these circles around. The first avarana around the wall, okay, the first avarana here, this is the first one, around the palace of Vishnu. Surrounding Supreme Lord, first avarana consists of Chaturvyuha expansion. Now this is Dvitiya Chaturvyuha. From Lord Narayan, I repeat, Krishna expands to Balaram, Balaram expands to Adi Chaturvyuha, Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. Sankarshan from Adi Chaturvyuha expands into Narayana Vaikuntha. Narayana Vaikuntha expands into Dvitiya Chaturvyuha. Again, Vasudev, here you find Sankarshan, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. And here they are also abode of their wives, of Lakshmi, Saraswati, Rati, and Kanti. This is what is described in the first avarana, around the Lord's Narayan's palace. Here I read. Consists of Chaturvyuha expansion headed by Lord Vasudeva, accompanied by Goddess Lakshmi and other associates in 8 directions, beginning with the east. In the directions beginning southeast, the palaces of Lakshmi, Saraswati, Rati, and Kanti respectively are situated. So we know exactly directions and where it is described. In second avarana, second circle, in second part of spiritual sky, 24 Vishnu expansions, beginning with Lord Keshava, are manifested in 8 directions and are counted in groups of 3. Kesha, Narayan, Madhava, Govinda, Vishnu, Madhusudan, Trivakram, Vaman, Sridhar, Rishikesh, Padmanabh, Damodar, and then again Vasudeva, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. And they expand again into Purushottama, Adokshaja, Nrsinga, Achyuta, Janardhan, Upendra, Hari, and Krishna. Now, if you remember reading Chaitanya Charitamrita, Prabhupada speaks about these 24 forms of Vishnu, and they are distinguished by order of weapons they hold. Some will hold Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma. Some Chakra, Gada, Shankha, and Padma. Some Padma, Gada, Shankha, and Chakra. So according to different weapons, there are names given. So here, devotees who painted for BBT pictures, they really followed that instruction. So you can see that the difference between Keshava and Adokshaja. You can see Adokshaja holds in right top hand Gada, and Keshava holds Shankha. So this is according to Chaitanya Charitamrita description. All these 24 forms are here. Narayana, Madhava, Purushottama, Achyuta, Madhusudana, Sankarshan, Vishnu, Govinda. You know, when we put tilak, same thing. Om Keshwana, Narayana, Madhavana, Govinda, Vishnu, Nama, Madhusudana, Trivikram, same thing. Okay, then Upendra, Nrsimha, Sridhar, Pradyumna, Vaman, Trivikram, Janardhan, Srihari, Rishikesh, Aniruddha. And here Padmanabha, Damodar, Sri Krishna, Adokshaja and Keshava. So these are 24 forms described. I told you even first Chaturyuga has same 24 expansions around Goloka there. And they are already counted as Vaikuntha place. But we didn't put on chart because we become really crowded, really complicated. We have another chart for that. We wanted to put it on the side as a small chart. But there were a lot of text, we couldn't put it. So maybe next time we will present that also. Okay, I will continue reading. Everyone okay? Everyone is following? It's a simple thing. Okay, next. Third part of spiritual sky. 10 incarnations of the Lord, beginning with Matsya and Kurma, are manifest in 10 directions. So now we have third, Avarana, and we have here Matsya on the east, Kurma, Varaha, Nrsimha, Vamana, Parashurama, Ram, Krishna, and Buddha, Kalki. Okay, 10 avatars. Now you know why these 10 avatars are a little more prominent than other avatars as Prishnigarbha or Hayagriva or Dhanvantari or whatever, you know. Everywhere, at least in India, everybody knows Dasavatara. It's a famous Dasavatara Stotra by Jayadev Goswami, and you go to South India, in every temple you find Dasavataras. Very famous. Because they occupy very important role they have there in the spiritual world. Okay, in the fourth part of spiritual sky. Now we are speaking about 1, 2, 3, fourth part. Here we are. We have eternal associates of the Lord. Satya, Achyuta, Ananta. Okay, let me see like this. Satya, Achyuta, Ananta, Durga. Now, who is this Durga? It's nothing to do with Durga, Maya, external potency. This is eternal associate of the Lord by the name Durga, and she serves Lord there. We will explain later relationship of Durga, Vishwaksena, and Ganesh, to the demigods of material world. These are not the demigods of material world. Don't mix up. These are eternal forms, eternal spiritual beings, eternal associates of the Lord. They reside eternally in Vaikuntha. When Lord creates material world, He has to appoint some managers of material affairs. Instead of giving them different forms and different names, He likes to be reminded on His own devotees of Vaikuntha. So He gives them those names and those forms. These personalities, they empower those jivas who do function of demigods within material world to do their function properly. That is the relationship. First class, Durga is there in Vaikuntha. Now we have license, we can worship Durga. You cannot worship Durga. You can worship, but that is not pure bhakti. No? This is not the Durga people worship in material world. This is not Jada Tattva. Alright, Maharaj reminded me yesterday, I had to say, there are 5 tattvas which we discuss here. First one is Vishnu Tattva. Vishnu Tattva means Krishna, Swayam Rupa, original personality of Godhead, expands into Swamshas, his own expansion, one person, many forms. That is Vishnu Tattva. Ram, Krishna, Narayana, Achyuta, Keshava, Nrsimha. This is one person. Vishnu Tattva is one person having many forms. Advaitam, Achyutam, Anadim, Anantarupam. Yeah, that's okay. The first line is important. Advaitam, no different. One person. Achyutam, infallible, all of them. Advaitam, Achyutam, Anadim. Nobody created them. They are expansion. They eternally exist. They are Vishnu, they are Krishna, same person. Anantarupam, unlimited forms. Ramadi Murtishu, Rama Adi, starting with Ram. Ramadi Murtishu Kalanyamena Tishtam. Nana avatar, akarod bhuvaneshu kintu. Crores and crores of avatars, starting with Ram. Ram refers also to Balaram. So we should not mess up. Don't bring your Hinduism into picture here, please. Control yourself. This is not Ganapati you see on the streets of India. This is eternal associate of the Lord. Okay? Shankanidhi, this is another associate, and Padmanidhi. So this is the fourth avarana. In the fifth avarana, we'll discuss more about this. In the fifth avarana, part of spiritual sky, the four Vedas, beginning with Rig Veda, and also Savitri, Garuda, piety and sacrifice are manifest there. So in fourth, Makha, personified form of sacrifice. Tretayam yajato makhai. Kritoyam dehato Vishnu, Tretayam yajato makhai. Makhai means sacrifice. There is a personified there stance. Then, what did we say? Four Vedas. Rig Veda, Gayatri, again, not material Gayatri. Yajur Veda, Garuda, Samaveda, Dharma, Atharva Veda, and Makha. Yeah, these are in the fifth part of spiritual sky. Okay. Now in sixth part of spiritual sky, Lord's weapons are in their personified form. Now we didn't find the pictures of each of them. We found, but it was a little difficult for artists to put it. So we put the symbols, but actually they are not like that. They are four-dham form, and they all look same. And Sanatana Goswami described in Brihad Bhagavatamrita that when they come around Vishnu, how to know who is Shankara, who is Chakra, who is Padma, who is who. On their helmets, there will be a symbol of Shankara, Chakra. This is only how to distinguish them, because they all look blue complexion, same like the Lord, forearm, yellow dhotis, similar appearance. Only Lord is distinguished by Srivatsa mark on his chest. So here these are the weapons of Lord. Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Lotus, Padma, sword of the Lord, Sharanga bow, plow. Another type of Gada, mace, is a little different shape, differently presented. So they are all persons. And if you know Shiva Vaishnava literature, you understand that Alvaras, they come, all the weapons of the Lord, they come in person, they serve him there like that. And now, in the seventh avarana, where we are, 19, 20, or spiritual sky, they are devotees, eternal sadhyas, headed by Indra. In spiritual world, sadhyas, marus, Vishwadevas are all eternal. Others, demigods of material world, they are not eternal. Now we have demigods here, not the demigods. These are eternal associates of the Lord, by which demigods got their names. There is eternal associate of the Lord, Indra, and he looks like Indra in material world. No. Indra of material world, he looks like eternal associate of the Lord. No, like our names. What is your name? Krishna Das. You got Krishna's name. It's not your name. Not that Bhagavan got name according to you. You got name according to Bhagavan. So Indra is there in east, Agni, southeast. No, Vastu people will know. Southeast means Agni. Yamaraj in the south, Niritti, southeast, Varuna there on east. Oops, where I am? Vayu, northeast, Kuvera on the north, Ishana, Shiva on northeast, and that's it. Now these are the Dikpalakas. They are protecting 9 directions. They are external layer of Vaikuntha, and they protect anybody of entering in. And later on we'll discuss more about them. These are not demigods. These are not jivas empowered to manage universal affairs. Okay. So these are the 7 layers of Vaikuntha we have discussed. Please note down, if you have any question, Vaikuntha, please note down. I'm not going to take questions now, because there will be no time to discuss Viraja, which is very important for us to finish today. Because tomorrow is last day of seminar and we have to cover all 14 planetary systems, which is difficult to do in 1.5 hours. So please, let us continue. Is that okay for everyone? All right. So, Goloka, Vrindavan, Ayodhya, Vaikuntha, and all around is effulgence, Brahma Jyoti. The planets, the emanates, that Brahma Jyoti, it's spiritual effulgence. And from Krishna's body, from all those forms, millions of jivas, they are coming out of Lord's body. And this is what is shining in Brahman. Brahman, there are millions of jivas. When Asura is killed by Krishna, Vishnu, in material world, he merges into his body, no? And then he appears in Brahman, impersonalist. Now what is that Brahman? What is that state? We asked Banu Maharaj to clarify this. It's a difficult one to understand. The Maharaj laughed. Oh, this is an unusual place where you are alive, you are conscious, but you have no body. You have no material body, you are out of material world. You have no spiritual body either. So you're kind of frozen, like a bulb. You're just conscious. You don't see other jivas. You don't speak to them. There is Brahmananda, bliss, that I am not part of this material world. I got rid of these modes. I'm out of this mess of dveshas, of dualities of material world. So, but who am I? I'm spirit soul. Aham Brahmasmi. You know? But they don't know the positive aspect of spiritual engagement, that there is a spiritual Lord and spiritual form, and there are varieties. There are varieties of spiritual planets and forms and everything. They have no idea. So they stay for some time in Brahmajyoti. And Prabhupada writes in purpose in Bhagavad, Avishuddha Buddhi, famous shloka, because of impure intelligence, they do not know how to engage in service. They have no information of Vaikuntha. So Prabhupada writes in purpose, after some time, the soul feels lonely and comes back from Brahman to material world and becomes altruistic, philanthrope, opening hospitals, feeding the poor, school, eye camps, planting the trees, and all kinds of activity must be there. Anandamayobhya sat. Jiva is full of bliss. Bliss comes from service. Bliss comes from relationships. So Brahmananda is compared to water containing calf footprint, to Premananda, which Anand, the Jiva derives by serving the Lord. So these are the Jivas in Brahman. Impersonalists, demons, asuras. So when you meet somebody telling, one should merge, we should merge into Brahman, we should become one with Brahman. And you tell him, look, Arjun, he didn't merge. He heard all Gita, he didn't become one with the Lord. Look, Hanuman, he didn't merge, become Ram, equal to Ram. Eternal. Ramaduta Hanuman, eternal servant of Ram. Look who merged. Ravana, Kamsa, Shishupal, Agasura. This is your parampara. This is whom you are following. This is where do you want to go. You know? So this chart we use very much for preaching. Now if you are karma yogi, you stay in material world, up and down, up and down, up and down on these ladders. You go like this. From earth, you live one life on the earth, and then according to Punya Papa Mother, you go up. Burbhuva Swa, Mahajana Tapasati, all. Atalavita Sutal Tala Tala Mahatala Rastal Patala. Come back on the earth. Alright, try one more time. Okay, this time go directly to hellish planet. Naraka Lokas. Then become animal. Then wait, life after life, become human. Then again. Tup, 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 tup. Go up, go down, go up, go down, go up, tup, down. You know? We had program in Rotary Club. And they say we have so many members. I know, all world is Rotary Club member. Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi. Everybody is rotating up and down. It's all world is Rotary Club member. Huh? So, karmis, they cannot cross out of this. Jnanis, impersonalists, they merge into Brahman. But these trishuls, they prevent them. unless you are devotee. Unless they meet devotees, they cannot go to Vaikuntha. If they meet devotees and they start appreciating Lord's form, oh, Lord's form is beautiful. Shankha Chakra Gada Padma. Then they attain Shanta Rasa. They become rivers, they become trees, they become flowers, they become cows, like that. No, but without contact with devotee, they cannot enter, because Trishuls are there, and Om Mam Yamaya Namaha, all this, Yamaraj, here the servant of Lord is protecting in the form of mantra. They don't allow anybody entering. Okay, so Brahma Jyoti is attained like that, right? What else to say? Brahma Jyoti. Right, these devotees, they don't want to go to Brahma Jyoti. Why? It's better to go to hell than to go to Brahman. Why? In hell you can think of Lord, and Yamaraj is there, Mahajana is there, you may hear something about Lord, you may chant His name, you may think of Him, but in Brahman you can't do any service. So, what is this Brahman? For devotees, worse than hell. Worse than hell. That's famous, Prabodhananda Saraswati, he wrote. It was impersonalist before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu converted. He said, worse than hell to merge impersonally. Why? Because there's no opportunity for service. There's no opportunity for association. You know, even in hell you may get delivered. But in Brahman you have no hope. So what is this Brahman? We are discussing. This is really something which Mayavad takes you to. The jiva left spiritual world and come to material world to enjoy. Ishvaroham aham bhogi siddhoham balavan sukhi. So jiva doesn't want Lord, he wants to enjoy. Okay, so material world offers opportunities, 84 lakhs of species. Try to enjoy like a cockroach, enjoy like a mosquito, enjoy like a king, enjoy like a demigod, enjoy like a Brahma, enjoy like a Indragopa. Try to enjoy. Now, and jiva has no pleasure. If I met a person in Hyderabad, 9 wives he has. 9 wives. So people, wow, far out. No, it's suffering, it's difficult, There's no pleasure. Whatever Maya offers, there's no pleasure. So jiva can realize something. But then Mayavad comes in. And Mayavad says, this Nayam Dego Dega Bhajam Drilok. Why? Like a piggy want to enjoy senses. It's low class. Why you want to enjoy this? Indriya Tripti, itching, rubbering. What is it? Rubbing into each other. Low class, animal pleasure. Be high class. Why you want to enjoy the senses and going to heaven, going to hell? No? Why you want to enjoy like Brahma? You become God. What a temptation for jiva. You merge with God, you become God. You become above this material useless enjoyment. Brahmananda, aham brahmasmi, sarvam kalau idam brahma. You become Brahman. Mayavad offers you the worst thing. Not that you are envious on the Lord or you want to enjoy independently, but you become Lord. This is really the farthest place from the Lord is Brahman. That you don't want relationship with Him. Prabhupada complains. Mayavadis, they want to kill Krishna. Arupa, Nirakara, Nirguna. He has no form, no heads, no legs. They want to cut his limbs. They are offenders. Prabhupada shouts. So, the concept of Brahman is worst. Worst for the devotees. That you become God. This is the worst envy to the Lord. Cannot be more offense to the Lord than that. So Lord says, like the Prabhupada writes in purport in Bhagavatam, amazing, clear picture what is Brahman. He says, Prabhupada says like this, for the love of his pure devotees, Krishna reciprocates with pure love. For those who are impersonalists, who has no interest in personal feature of the Lord, Lord has no personal interest for them. Can be anything more worse in life that even Bhagavan gives up hope on you. This is Brahman. Bhagavan said, don't disturb creation. Go there in the fridge. Don't disturb others. You don't want anybody, all right. Be there yourself with other fellows like you in the fridge position. You know? In hell, Bhagavan is thinking how to deliver these fellows. No, he show a little stick. No? Kumbhapakam. No? He's threatening you to correct you. But in Brahman, he said, forget this stubborn fellow. Just let him be there and not disturb anybody else. This is place even Bhagavan gives up hand of you. He never gives up hand. But still, you know, it's a worst position that you can get in material world. And therefore we are so much against impersonalists and Mayavadis. We are so much against. Ask him, who is supreme? And Mayavadi will look, Krishna. So devotee, nice. What nice? Ask him, what do you mean by Krishna? I am Krishna, you are Krishna. You see, there's the problem. We don't hear their Mahamantra. Oh, Mayavadis come together and they sing, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. It's very nice. Come sing with us. I say, wait, first tell me, what do you mean Krishna and Ram? Krishna, Ram. No, Baba. Not going to hear, not going to take milk touched by serpent, poison. Is not, they are not chanting the name of Krishna. There's famous that, what is his name? What is that name? That famous Bhajananandi in America now, famous, what is his name? Krishna Das. It's not Krishna, it's Maya Das. Fellow doesn't follow for principle. In interview he said like that still I'm searching for God. Still I'm searching who is God. He didn't even accept Krishna as God. No? And he sings, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, whatever, you know, I don't know his, no? He may be nice voice, but he spits poison. It's a poison, it's not holy name. Don't hear this, it's a poison. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said that the medicine is inside the capsule, it's not outside, it's not the capsule. Medicine is inside. Holy name is not in the words, it's not outside, it's not in the letters. Is in surrender of devotee, is in his heart, is in bhakti. Unless one is devotee, he cannot chant the holy name. It's material sound. It's not, they're also chanting Hare Krishna. They are not chanting Hare Krishna. They are making syllables similar to Hare Krishna, but it's not Hare Krishna. And where is the proof? They don't give up sense gratification. They ask, why to give up sense gratification? Why to give up sense gratification? No, they don't give up. They have nothing like 4 principles. Some of them are proud. We follow 3 principles, Prabhu, you know. Great. You know? It's not saying, don't hear this rubbish. Should not hear this sound. Should not promote him. It's karmi. What is it? A desire to enjoy Krishna is there in the sound. It's contaminating, it's polluting, it's poison for devotees. And you hear, what will happen? You won't notice. But material desires will start coming one after another. And you will see, what happened to me? I'm hearing all day bhajans. That's it. Switch off. Hear from surrendered devotee. Prabhupada say, Mahamantra should be heard from the lips of the pure devotee. And this kirtan parties, this American famous, this kirtanias, this Krishna Das and the gang, you know, the rascals, you know. These are not devotees. Sense gratification and all these things. Horrible article came somewhere, I read this, what they do, people, horrible, you know. Hey devotees, horrible, we have our own devotees singing so nicely, why do we have to hear this? Why? Okay, back to the Viraja creation. No questions, please. After we finish Viraja, is that okay? Krishnadas is not here, no? Asat Sangha. Why we have to hear these bogus people? Just because somebody has nice voice, you know? Bhajan is not for our enjoyment, it's for Krishna's pleasure. How? This is not clear. People don't read Prabhupada's books, that's what it is. Otherwise, you know, Even village people can recognize snake easily, you know. Only city boys cannot understand, you know, what's the snake, you know. Okay, now, please, let us concentrate on our thing. Brahman is there, and this is where we don't want to go. All right, that's the simple message. Okay, now, we hear description like this. Let me read directly from here. In the corner of the spiritual sky of Brahmajyoti, okay, a spiritual cloud sometimes appears, and the covered portion is called Mahat Tattva. The Lord then, by his plenary portion, as Mahavishnu, lies down within the water of Mahatattva, and the water is called causal ocean, Karna ocean, Karna Jal, or the Viraja river. So here, you see in the spiritual sky, in one corner, cloud appears. Okay? And there, the Karna water manifests. There, from Dvitiya Chaturvyuha, Sankarshan, otherwise known as Mahasankarshan, he expands into Mahavishnu or Karnadakashaya Vishnu. Karnadakashaya Vishnu, two informations are given. That is, Karna water is expansion of Mahavishnu himself. He creates it. Another information is given that it is here, right here from the Padma Purana, it said, by sweat of personified Vedas. Personified Vedas sweat is the Karna ocean. And it is boundary of the spiritual and material worlds. Okay. So we find description in the Shastra that this Viraja river or Karna ocean, it's so big that it's called Karna ocean, surrounds all Brahmajyoti like this, all around. Sometimes appear cloud in one portion of the sky. This is actually done technically, really. Where it is done? It's done here in northeast portion. Where is Ishana, who is Sadashiva, which we'll discuss later. It is done technically northeast portion of Vaikuntha, material world. But was not practical to put it in the chart, because people will be more confused if they see here creation. Then they say, oh, material world is higher than Vaikuntha, and all kinds of disturbances. So for all practical reasons, we put that creation below Vaikuntha. But it's done in northeast corner, technically. I'm saying this because once you read Lagu Bhagavatamrita, Briha Bhagavatamrita, they will say, oh, he put it down south, but it's northeast. But look, we are trying to put spiritual world in, 40 by 60 inches paper. It doesn't work. In Gopala Champu, Jiva Goswami describes Goloka, many shlokas, and one moment he says, alas, what did I do? I whimsically, rashly started describing Goloka. How will I stop? When will I finish? This is what he said in Gopala Champu Jiva Goswami. So you can't put everything exactly, precisely on the picture, but the concept we can put very much. So here we are, Mahavishnu lies down in the ocean of Karna. It's a spiritual water. It is not material water. It's a border between spiritual and material world. One side is Brahmajyoti, and another side we will see is material universes are created. Okay, this is Mahavishnu known as Karnadakashaya Vishnu or Karnovashaya Vishnu. Alright. Now what happens here? Okay, let me simplify this now. Lord lies down in the ocean of Karna, and it is said he's in Yoga Nidra. Yoga Nidra, Prabhupada translates as transcendental spiritual slumber. But Lord doesn't sleep. Lord never sleeps. Yoga means that he is united with Rama Devi He is eternal Lakshmi. And Nidra means, sleep means inactive. He is not active materially. And his pastimes with Rama, they were not visible. So it's called Yoga Nidra. It's not manifested pastimes. So now the Lord, in whose body? In the body of Mahavishnu, millions of jivas reside from the previous pralaya or from wherever they came. Particularly from previous pralayas in body of Mahavishnu, all jivas are there. When universe was destroyed, all jivas who did not get moksha, they go into body of Mahavishnu in the pure form, as a spiritual sparks. Now, Mahavishnu understands there's so many jivas waiting to fulfill their material desires, their perverted desires, and they are not serving me, they are in Maya. Let them come out. Let them try to fulfill their desire, accept authorities of Veda and Guru, get purified and go home back to Godhead, and serve me eternally. So because of that desire, Icha, because of desire of the Lord, Icha Shakti appears on the scene. Desire of the Lord. Lord desire to create now. He wants to deliver the souls and he enjoys creation. Srishti. What is the famous song of Vallabhacharya? Srishti Maduram. That's also sweet. His creation also sweet. Leela Maduram. Venu Maduram. Rupa Maduram, everything is sweet with Krishna. So he enjoys creation, but he doesn't put, because of his enjoyment, we are not in trouble. We are in trouble by misusing independence. All right, cool down. We are now going to discuss how the jiva fall down from the spiritual world. The GBC officially published the book, so you can read the book. If you ask me, it's a very simple thing. Prabhupada say, from Krishna Leela we fall down. Letter is there. So I'm not going to discuss. Don't even try to ask the questions. If for me, Prabhupada's statement is enough. If you are more smarter than Prabhupada, Jai Vishnu Pad to you, I'm not going to discuss. It's unnecessarily complicated. It's a simple thing. Back home, back to Godhead. So I'm not going to discuss. GBC has his statement in the book, Our Original Position. Whoever has doubts, please read the book and do a little more research if you will. I'm convinced. For me, it's okay, Makes sense. All right. So millions of jivas are in body of Vishnu. He desired to create now. He looks. By his glance, Rama Devi understands. Oh, my Lord wants to create now. She understands. Her shadow becomes Maya. This corner of our spiritual sky, Pradhana is there. Pradhana is eternal aspect of material substance. Non-manifested state of Prakriti is Pradhana. What does it mean? It means that all material elements required for material creation are there, but they are disassembled. They're not functioning. All Pancha Mahabhutas and all whatever is required for creation is there, but doesn't work. Prabhupada gave an example of car. You have car, you disassemble the car. So you have all this room full of parts of the car. So, Prabhuji, where's your car? Here it is. Doesn't work. You have to assemble it. So Pradhana is disassembled material elements, and when it's assembled, when Lord activates by his glance, he gives one potency required for Maya to assemble. That is Kala Shakti, the time. By his Icha Shakti, he expresses will to create, and he makes creation by his Kala Shakti. He starts the time. When Kala Shakti enters, Pradhana turns into Mahatattva. And Mahatattva, all the material elements become manifested. They start assembling, modes start working, time start counting. Start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So far, time is eternal. Yesterday somebody asked rather foolish question that in spiritual world, No time, no space. Not no time, no space. Unlimited time, unlimited space. Time in spiritual world has no function of destroyer, Kalos me. It doesn't bring anything to the end, but facilitates leelas of the Lord. There is morning, noon, and evening. There is yesterday and tomorrow. But doesn't bring end to anything, because nobody gets old, doesn't influence anything. Neither matter, because everything is spirit, there is no matter there. Everything is conscious in spiritual world. In that sense, there is no time. Yeah? But here, time counts now. Click. 1, 2, 3. How it happens? By the Icha Shakti, by the will of Mahavishnu. Okay, now, what happens is that from the glance, from the eyes of Mahavishnu, millions jivas come out, living beings, through the glance, they come out of his body. Okay. Rama Devi, she carries the function of a glance. She takes responsibility. Okay, just like husband and wife are at home, and suddenly guests come. So guest just walks in, and husband just glances at the wife. And immediately she goes and brings water and this and that and serves. You know. Same thing happened here. Now, by seeing the Lord, she understands. Lord wants to create now. Her shadow, her reflection is a Durga. So Lord doesn't touch Maya directly. Even glance is carried by Ramadevi. That is described in Brahma Samhita. One after another shlokas are there. Now what happened is that in the glance, that Icha Shakti acts, Kala Shakti carries the glance, Jiva Shakti is inside, Jivas are there, and Ramadevi, now the glance itself is effulgent and creates a halo. Halo means aura. Okay. That aura takes form of Shambhu. Shambhu. Okay. Now, who is that Shambhu? Shambhu is the personified form of that halo, of a glance. Sometimes say glance is self-personified sometimes. Now what happened is that Ramadevi gives these jivas to Shambhu. And she gives Kala Shakti. And Shiva gets this trident, past, present, and future. Okay. And now he carries the jiva into Pradhana. When he touched Pradhana, she becomes pregnant, Mahatattva. She immediately changed. She changed immediately into Prakriti, Mahatattva. So Jiva is really one who impregnates. And therefore here one photo is missing, purposely. We didn't put it, not to confuse the word, Shiva Linga. Because Shiva really impregnates the Maya. So Shiva Linga is worshipped in material world as a creation, yoni, accommodative principle of Maya, and linga of the Shiva. So basically Shiva brings Jivas to touch. Shiva really touches the matter. Vishnu doesn't touch the matter. Maya from far distance stays. Far, far, far on other side of the shore, on the other side of the river. She stands there. So now here you will find one planet here, half of which is in the Brahman, spiritual world, half of it's in Pradhana. So here I will just show you quote. In purport to the shloka Goloka namni nijadamni talecha tasya Devi Mahesha Haridama Suteshu Teshu. This is the purport from Bhaktisiddhanta. See this. The realm of Goloka stands highest above all others. Brahma, because Brahma spoke Brahma Samhita, Brahma is within material world looking up now. From below, from material world, Brahma is looking up and describes. Brahma is speaking of the other realms from the point of view of his own realm. The first in order is this mundane world, Devidam. Therefore, Devi, Mahesha, Haridama Suteshu Teshu. Brahma speaks from below, looking up. So he described Devidam, Maheshdam, Haridam, Golokadam. Now here is description. Oops. The Devidam is the lowest one, 14 volts. Shivadam Above Devi Dham is located Shiva Dham, one portion of which is called Mahakala Dham, is enveloped in darkness. This is Mahakala Dham, Lord of Pradhana, Shambhu. And interpenetrating this portion of Shiva Dham, there shines Sada Shiva Loka, full of great light. This is Vaikuntha planet. This is Sadashiva Loka, planet of Sadashiva. So this is from the purport of Brahma Samhita. So here you go. Sadashiva Loka. This is the Shiva from Vaikuntha, seventh layer, Ishana. Ishana is Sadashiva. This is described by Jiva Goswami in Krishna Sandarbha. He explains this. That this is Sadashiva. This is Vishnu Tattva. This is not Jiva Tattva. This Sadashiva is Vishnu Tattva. And this is first planet in Vaikuntha. I told you I put it down in the chart because I cannot show it really there. But if you see full chart, this is the planet, first one from Brahman, and this is where creation takes place. This is where cloud appears really. So this is that Shiva Loka. So we repeated that Loka separately here to show this. When lower portion is enveloped in darkness, because Pradhana is of dark blue color, described in Brihad Bhagavatamrita, presiding deity of Pradhana, Lord Shambhu is there. So Sadashiva and Mahavishnu, Karnadakasha Vishnu, they are simultaneously created by Mahasankarshana Dvitiya Chaturyuga. So Sadashiva is Vishnu Tattva, Vishnu's form. It looks like a Shiva, but he worships Sankarshan on Sadashiva Loka. This is Vaikuntha planet. But lower portion of that planet is Mahakala Dham. Mahakala means big time. Here where time start counting now. This is where Shiva gets Trishul, and this is where he turns into Shambhu. So I said there are Vishnu Tattvas there. Remember? When Shiva receives glance from the Vishnu, he is still Vishnu Tattva, Sadashiva. Soon as he touches the Maya, he turns into Shambhu, Shiva Tattva, separate Tattva. He is another person. Vishnu Tattva, I said, this is one person. There is Ram, Narsingha, Vishnu, Narayana, Keshava, Janardana. This is one person. There is Vishnu Tattva. But Shiva is another person. Is a Shiva Tattva. Is not Jiva. Is not Vishnu. So it's called separate Tattva, Shiva Tattva. It's a, Prabhupada said, it's a form of the Lord to deal with material creation. This is Shiva. So Sadashiva resides here. It is Vishnu Tattva. The Shiva who deals with material is the Shiva Tattva, Shambhu. They are all names how you call it? Any name is used. Sadashiva, Shiva, Shambhu, Rudra. They are all used for all of them. So this is sometimes difficult to discriminate. No? So Shiva has these two aspects. One is Sadashiva, and who can go there? Vaishnavanam yata Shambhu. One who worships Shiva as a Vaishnava, knowing Vishnu is supreme, and knowing Sadashiva form is Vishnu's form, he goes there to Sadashiva Loka and serves Shiva there, Sadashiva, which is Vishnu form. Not that people who worship Shiva, they'll go to Sadashiva Loka. Not like that. No. They won't come even to Mahakala Dham. They'll get stuck within material world. In Kailash, we'll show you later where is that place. No? Maximum, the purest one can come up to Pradhana, which is difficult to achieve either. So, Sadashiva Loka is one portion, and lower portion is Mahakala Dham, where the Mahakala, big time has started. Time counting has started. Okay. So Maya has these two aspects also of Mahatattva and Pradhana. Pradhana is always, Prabhupada said, no, that 5 subjects of Gita, Ishvara, Jiva, Prakriti, Kala and Karma. 4 are eternal. 1 is temporary. Karma is temporary. Karma can be stopped. Ishvara is eternal, Jiva is eternal, Prakriti is eternal, but is manifested and non-manifested. When it's non-manifest, it's called Pradhana. When it's manifest, it's called Mahatattva. That's all. Simple like that. But it's eternal. Material world is not illusion. It's real, but it's temporary. Vishwam Satyam Vedas Sujivam. This is description. Illusion in the sense, we think this is Vaikuntha, this is illusion. No, this is not Vaikuntha, that is Vaikuntha. Maya, not this one, that one. In that sense is illusion, to think that this is our eternal abode. No, it's not. This is not our eternal abode. I apologize for extra time, but this is really a big subject. So whoever wants to leave, please leave. I'll continue describing one more time all creation with some extra additional details. So really need full attention who wants to hear. Otherwise the creation is almost described. I'll just finish now this first layer of explaining creation. So simultaneously, as the jivas come out by the glance of the Lord, you can see the glance extends up to Maya. You see the glance? Rays of the glance? They extend to Maya, which is shadow, which is, you see, the not clear really picture. Purposely we don't want to put very sharp picture because really it's shadow. She's shy of Krishna. So now, as the Lord glances as send jivas into Pradhana, millions of golden eggs come out of pores of his skin, these golden universes, simultaneously. And they also go touch the cloud of Pradhana, and when Pradhana becomes Mahatattva, then the elements, the coverings of the universe start assembling, enveloping around them. So golden eggs like this become enveloped by earth, water, fire, ether, 10 times each bigger than another one. You can't put on chart. These are all symbolically put. Earth, water, fire, air, ether, force, ego, and Mahatattva. These are the 7 coverings where these universes are enveloped. So simultaneously is going on. As the Mahavishnu exhales, millions of universes come out of his body and they float on the Karna ocean like a bubbles, Prabhupada said. They cluster like a grapes. Some are half on the water. So when Vaman peels the covering of universe, Karna Jal, Ganga comes down. Ganga is Karna water. And when, you see that, Prabhupada said, like a football floating on the water. So bottom is in the water, top is not in the water. So when Krishna and Arjuna went to save the search for sons of a Brahmana whose sons died in Dwaraka, Mahavishnu took them. Karnadakashi Vishnu took these children. So Krishna Arjuna peels covers the universe and they seen Brahman first because they came on top portion, which is in Brahman. So these universes that float like a grapes, Prabhupada said, clustered. So he says some are touching water, some are not touching because they're clustered together one upon another. And they stay for 10,000 years floating on the Karna ocean before creation starts. 10,000 whose years? Mahavishnu's years. So Mahavishnu exhales, and all universes expand. They enter into Pradhana, they form. Then he expands as a Garbhodakasha Vishnu, another Purusha avatar, 3 Purusha avatar. Vishnu Sutrini Rupani, Prabhupada quotes in Gita, Prabhupada, that Vishnu has a 3 form. Karnadakasha Vishnu, Garbhodakasha Vishnu, Kshirodakasha Vishnu. So first Purusha avatara is Mahavishnu, Karnadakasha Vishnu. Now when he creates the universe, they get enveloped with these elements, which are subtle elements really. He enters inside of the universe as a Garbhodakasha Vishnu. And with his sweat, he fills the half of the universe. Not exactly half, little less than half. With his own sweat, he fills half of the universe. And lays down again on Ananta Shesha. Again, Ramadevi expands into Lakshmi. He lies down within the universe. You can see, within each universe, he comes. Within each of these universes when they are enveloped. This is unenveloped universe. This is enveloped universe. Okay. So, Garbhodakasha Vishnu enters in each universe. And then, Lord expands into another Vishnu. Kshirodakasha Vishnu. And then he enters into every atom, and then he enters into heart of everyone, and he is known as Paramatma of individual souls. All three are known as Paramatma. So don't get confused with that either, because Mahavishnu is Paramatma of totality of all living entities. The Garbhodakasha Vishnu is Paramatma of universes. And Kshirodakasha Vishnu is Paramatma of every individual soul, in the heart and in every atom he goes. So all three are called Paramatma. So no confusion. It's a one person, expands in three aspects. So this is how creation takes place. And then when Mahavishnu breathes again, everything is destroyed. And in the meantime, Brahma is born, 14 planets, the creation, 84 legs of species, millions of lives. Satya Treta Dvaparakari, what is that? One kalpa is 1 day of Brahma. Brahma lives for 100 years. No? Millions of lifetimes spent in material world. What is that for Vishnu? Like this. Then you understand what is his position, what is the size of Mahavishnu, what is his time, what is his position to us. And Garbhodakasha enter into each of his small universes, And anyway, we'll discuss tomorrow creation, what is relation with Brahma and Garbhodakasha, like that, So, basically this is what happened in the creation portion. Okay. Why Shiva is not equal to Vishnu? We learn from Brahma Samhita. Because he associates with Maya. Prabhupada said, who is Shiva? Govinda, who associates with Maya. It's Lord's form. But as soon as he touches Maya, transformation happens. Just like Shiram Yathada Divikara Vishesha Yoga, Sanjayate na Hritayasti Hetu. What is it? Ya Shambhutam Apitata Samupayati Karyat Govinda Madi Purusham Tamahama. Just like a yogurt, if you put acidity, if you put traditional, they used to put tamarind into milk and becomes yogurt. Now we just put yogurt into yogurt. But how you get the first yogurt? It's from tamarind or something sour or something else sour. So acid, if you put in milk, it turns into yogurt. What is yogurt? Nothing but milk transformed. But milk is not a yogurt. No? So Shiva is Vishnu's expansion who deals with Maya. As soon as he touched Maya, something happened. Because of association with Maya, some degree of deluding energy covers him. Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur says, just like a lamp which is surrounded by glass. After some time, this lamp, this carbon, that black stuff sticks to the surface of the glass, and the lamp doesn't shine so much anymore, diminishes. So this is the position of Shiva. Because of association with Maya, he is not on equal level to Vishnu. Asama Urdva. Yastu Narayanam Devam Brahma Rudrati Devata Samatvena Vikshita Ye Pashandi Bhave Dhruvam. One who thinks that Shiva, Brahma are equal to Vishnu. Sama. No. They are Pashantis, they are atheists, they don't understand. Now what is second offense? Shivasya Shivishnu Yeha Guna Nama Disakalam Diya Binnam Pashet Sakalu Harinama Hitakaraha. To consider demigods' names to be equal or above or independent of Vishnu. Their forms to be equal or better than Vishnu. Their qualities or their activities. All these four, Nama Guna Rupa Leela, is offense. Is not same. So he's never same. Second thing, because he associates with Jivas also, he carries the Jivas. He gets some of Jiva's qualities. And what is that? Limited nature of Jiva. So he got this Jiva's quality. What is that? Sometimes he forgets who is supreme. This is amazing with Shiva. Sometimes he forgets who is supreme. He shows the Jiva's quality. We have seen that many times in Leelas, that Shiva went fighting with Krishna in Banasura Leela, remember that? Shiva got bewildered also. You know? And other leelas also happen like that. So, this is the second. And the third one, the Shambhu has small degree of potency of Anand and Chit. Doesn't have full degree, like Lord has Sachit Anand. Lord Shambhu has some degree of Anand and Chit, but not full display. And that is very clearly visible, because he is Lord of Maya, he is husband of Maya. He cannot fall in Maya. You will see in Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada writes, Lord Shiva cannot be influenced by Maya. Parvati young girl came and tried to agitate him, and he is known as a Dhira. And Prabhupada quotes famous, he quotes Kalidas and say, definition of Dhira is Shiva, because young girl came to agitate him and he was not agitated. Then a few pages later, you will find, Parvati came and agitated Shiva and Kartikeya is born. Even Shiva and Brahma can be in Maya. So, what is it? We learn this very clearly. Both things are there. The Shiva is Lord of Mahamaya, but he is not Lord of Yoga Maya. Remember Mohini Murti Lila. Lord Vishnu took form. Now Mohini Murti is not Shakti Tattva. Oh, I didn't tell you about Shakti Tattva. Alright. 5 Tattvas are there. Vishnu Tattva means Bhagavan himself, all his form, one person. When Krishna expands into Narayan, Radha expands into Lakshmi. So this is Shakti Tattva. Radharani's expansion are called Shakti Tattvas. Okay. So Vishnu Tattva, Krishna and his expansion, Shakti Tattva, Radha and her expansion. Then third one is Shiva Tattva. Separate person, separate expansion. Fourth one is Jiva Tattva, individual souls. And fifth one is Jada Tattva. Jada Tattva means dull, dead matter. So from Mahavishnu, shadow, Shambhu expands. From Ramadeva's shadow, Maya expands. Okay, so Maya is Jada Tattva. Shambhu is Shiva Tattva. And Jivas in glands are Jiva Tattvas. Okay. So now when Mohini Murti takes form, this is not Radha's form, this is Vishnu's form, this is Vishnu Tattva. So it's very interesting that Mohini Murti bewilders everyone, and Lord Shiva comes later and say, oh my Lord, I miss all Leela. I miss that, I heard this is most beautiful form. I want to see. So Lord Vishnu said, watch out, it's a dangerous form. Everybody got bewildered. That's okay, Maya is my wife. She cannot bewilder me. And sure enough, Parvati is there, all the rishis are there with Shiva. So Vishnu, you can see in Bhagavatam, if you read carefully. Now, Vishnu smiled slightly. Why? Prabhupada writes in purple. Because he thought, all right, Lord Shiva, you cannot be covered by Mahamaya, but I will make now Mohini Murti different one than I showed to demigods and the asuras. I'll make Yoga Maya Mohini Murti. So he showed the form, and sure enough, Shiva got bewildered, right in front of Parvati. And Mohini Murti ran to all the places where rishis, impersonalists, meditate on Lord Shiva. And there is a naked girl, and there is Lord Shiva agitated running after her, and rishis. What is this all about? Huh? And he discharged the semen, and his desire is gone. With discharge of semen, desire disappears. So he comes back to his consciousness, and there is Parvati and all rishis waiting there. And he comes back. And the beautiful shlokas are there in Bhagavad. He said, have you seen Parvati? Have you seen? He said, I've seen enough. Better you explain. What's this all about? This is the potency of my Lord. Look at the Vishnu Shakti. Even I got bewildered. What to speak of ordinary jivas or other demigods. Even I got bewildered by him. This is Supreme Lord, Master of Yoga Maya. Shiva is Master of Mahamaya, but he is not Master of Yoga Maya. He is servant of Lord. Everyone is servant of Vishnu. Ekala Ishvara Krishna Arasava Britya. When Parvati asks Vishnu, well, Parvati asks in Padma Purana Shiva, who is supreme? Who is to be worshipped? We worship cows, we worship banyan trees, we worship Ganga, we worship fathers, we worship music gurus, we worship Sanskrit guru, we worship demigods, 33 crores of them. Who is the topmost object of worship? Aradhananam sarvesham Vishnu aradhanam param. Shiva says Vishnu is topmost object of worship. Tasmat parataram devi tadyanam samaja. Even better than worship of Vishnu. Or one way, the best way of worshipping Vishnu, by worshipping his devotees. Shiva chants Ramanam. Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranam Bistulyam Ramanama Varanane. Bhishmadev says that 1,000 names of Vishnu to be chanted. There are millions of names of gods, demigods and gods described in Vedas. No? Sarveshu mantra vargeshu. Of all the mantras describing names of gods, all the mantras in Vedas describe. Sarveshu mantra vargeshu sreshtam Vaishnavam uchyate. The best are Vishnu mantras. Ganapateshu, Shaiveshu, Shaktyeshu, Sureshu Abhishtadam. Better than Ganapati mantras, better than Shiva mantras, better than Durga mantras, better than Surya mantras are Vishnu's names. 1,000 names of Vishnu. So Parvati asked, Shiva, I see you with Japamala, are you chanting Vishnu's names? 1,000 names of Vishnu, Vishnu Sahasranam, very famous. If you come South India, you'll hear every house, everybody knows, everybody chants. Still is going on. At least they put that Subbalakshmi's tape and they play it, if they don't know. 1,000 names of Vishnu. No? And Shiva said, no, I chant one name. Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame. I chant one name Ram. My mind is fully Manoram, fully satisfied. Sahasranama Bistulyam Rama Nama Varanane. What punya you get by chanting 1,000 names of Vishnu? I get by chanting Ramanam. And then Brahma was there. And Brahma says, I chant Krishna's name. Why? Sahasranamna punyanam triravritatu yat phalam ekavritatu krishnaya. I say one time Krishna, take 3 times I get phalam, punya, of chanting 1,000 names of Vishnu. This is our Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. So Shiva chants Vishnu's name, he is devotee, he is servant. He calls Ganga on his head. In matted hair, he locked the Ganga. Why? Because come from washing feet of Vaman. Trivikrama, Vamanadev, Ganga, he pierced with the foot, Ganga washed his feet and Shiva put it on his head. Vaishnavanam Yata Shambhu. Not only that, but he is Acharya, one of Sampradayas. He is in charge for Rudra Sampradaya. No? And he teaches Krishna Bhakti. He gives Krishna mantra there. No? Vishnu Swami. He empowers him. So, this is a position. Asama Urdhva. Nobody is equal. Nobody is superior to Vishnu. Now some or other, some of our temples, they start celebrating Shivaratri and putting Shivalinga and doing Abhishek. Come on, why? Why to do that? No Acharya did before, no Prabhupada did before. Why to do it? To attract the public. Then bring naked girls dancing, more people will come. But then how you will educate them? How you will educate them? It's breaking of pure devotional principle. We don't worship. Oh, Vaishnavanam Yata Shambhu. Yes, that you think, but people come and think, Shambhu is great, he'll give us money, he'll give us moksha, he'll give us this, he'll give us that. Muktinath, he'll give moksha. No. Muktinath gave moksha by power of Vishnu. When somebody died in Varanasi, he said that Kashi Vishwanathan, Kashi Shiva in Kashi, he gave mukti. Therefore everybody wants to burn his body in Varanasi, in Kashi. Now how? Jiva Goswami quotes there, he says, he whispered Ramanama over dying into the ear of dying person. By Ramanama people get moksha. No separate Shakti Shiva has. Indeed, no other devata has separate Shakti from Vishnu. By Icha Shakti, by desire of Vishnu, Shiva got power. Kriya Shakti is there, the force of action, the Kala Shakti, time, Jiva Shakti, Jivas. Then you have basically 16 potency, Prabhupada said about this. Tushti, Pushti, Jnana, Agyana, Yoga, Vidya, Avidya. There's 16 potency in here. And all the elements in person, they stand there. There are many personalities involved in creation. But without Icha, without desire of the Lord, without Lord empowering them, they have no power of their own. Vasudeva Vaidagrasi, no Brahma, no Shankara. When Vasudeva was there, when Vishnu was there, no Brahma, no Shiva, no Shashanko, no Nakshat, nobody was there. If you read Aham Sarvasya Prabhava Purport in Gita 10.8, you will see how Prabhupada established supremacy. Baladevi Devusha, Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur, Ramanujacharya, they quote showing Narayanat Brahma Jayate, Narayanat Ekadash Rudra Jayate, Narayanat Prajapati Prajayate, Narayanat Dvadashaditya Jayate, called Narayana Samhita. From Narayan, Brahma is born. From Narayan, 11 Rudras are born. From Narayan, Prajapatis are born. From Narayan, Adityas are born. He is the source of everything. Aham sarvasya prabhava matassaram pravartate. This is the point. The Supreme Lord. So we don't worship Shiva independently. No. Dasa bhuto harareva nanya save kadachana. Jiva is eternal servant of Hari, no one else servant. Jiva has to worship Vishnu. This is constitutional position. You may say, but if somebody worships Shiva without motivation, where is that one? Who is the one? Kama ista hrita jnana prapadyante na devata. For material motivation they worship. But even if you say, no, just pure devotion, it's wrong. Dasa bhuto harareva. Nanya seva kadachana. Jiva is servant of Hari, not anyone else servant. Is wrong. Your love is misdirected. Your worship means your love, meditation, thoughts, puja, everything is directed to our personality. You'll be attached to another personality. You take another shelter, another Lord. Ekanta Bhaktas are glorified in Bhagavatam. In Kunti prayers, you will see Prabhupada writes in purport. Kunti here is called a Sati. Sati is chaste wife of Shiva. She burned in fire when Shiva was offended in Daksha Yagya. Remember that one? No? So chaste wife is called Sati. Why Kunti is called Sati? Because in greatest difficulties, she did not take shelter on anyone else. Only on Vishnu. Tava ekanta bhakteshu. Bhishma says, you are one Lord. Sarva dharmam parityaja mam ekam sharanam raja. One Lord, Vishnu. No other Lord. Hare Krishna. I apologize for a long time, but it's a big topic. Those who want to stay can stay. We don't worship demigods. Not that for Ganapati Chaturthi you see Radha Krishna, Jagannath, Gaurnita, and then you see Ganapati there also on the altar. Come on. This is not pure bhakti. This is Mishra bhakti. Prabhupada prohibited. Never did. Now slowly, demigods are coming. Slowly, bogus gurus will come. Then what will do? How will that achieve bhakti? How? You know what Ramanujacharya says? Fire catches you up. You're in the midst of the fire. And only place to find shelter is demigod temple. Don't go there. You die, you go to Vaikuntha. If you take shelter of another master, you have no bhakti. This is bhakti. This is bhakti. How many husbands one can have? How many masters? One. Mamekam sharanam raja. No other shelter. Bogus thing. Praying to demigods. Why? Why? Even if you go to demigods, we pray to them. We go to Durga temple, what do? We offer pranam. And what do we say? Srishti stiti pralaya sadhana shakti reka chayeva yasya bhuvanani bibharti Durga ichhanurupam api yasya chateshatesa. By His will, she is doing this Srishti stiti pralayas, creating, maintaining the strength. Everything by His will. Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajam. You are not independent God. You are servant of Lord. We pray to you for pure bhakti. Bas. Finish. No discussion. No? Demigod worship. Gaudiya Vaishnavas and demigod worship. How? Where is the link? So, thank you very much. I apologize very much for extending this topic, but it was difficult to cover in 1.5 hours.